Just test out the new sound system while you wait for everyone to come along. Awesome, echo, that's what we want. Stand away from it. Is that better? No? Awesome, special effects, how's that? See if that's any better. No? Still gonna do magic. Alright, I'll keep talking. What do you want to say, Graham? Something nice? Got your legs? Look at those, they're beautiful.
You've never complained.
I don't know how volume is full blast. Can everyone hear that? Is that good? Last year we kind of had to yell a bit. It was pretty embarrassing. Wow. All right, hey, start off. I just want to thank everyone for coming out. This is amazing. Good job, guys. Anzac Day is always a special occasion back home, both in Australia and New Zealand, so it's really awesome to see everybody out here from both communities. I wasn't prepared for this part. You're about a minute too early. This is a really simple service. I've just got a small thing that I was going to read out about the unknown soldier, just to fill some people in on a little bit of information about that. It's pretty short, sharp and shiny. We're going to play both the Australian and New Zealand national anthems. I'll read out my little bit here. We're going to have a couple of people lay some wreaths for us. That'll be followed by a reading of the ode, and after that, a playing of the last post, about a minute or so of silence. Then you'll hear our beautiful iPhone bugler playing rouse, and that'll pretty much seal it for the day. And then we'll have a couple of beers and a few snags and tell some stories. Should be good. I think we'll get cracking with the national anthems. Last year we started off with the Aussie national anthem, so I like to mix it up just a little bit. And we might start with our Kiwi mates. Everything worked well this year. Last year it was a technical nightmare. the Australian national anthem. Crazy, I expect like 9,000 people now to be standing up at the MCG and they get ready to bounce the ball for the grand final. Alright, so just for those that don't know me, my name is Darryl Wesley. I spent 13 years in the Australian Army. With 3rd Night Light Horse, South Australian Mounted Rifles in both a full-time and a reserve capacity. It's also really cool to see plenty of ex-members getting around this year. This is it's really cool. So yeah, if you did serve any time, you want to come and say hello a bit later, that'd be really cool. I'd love to see find out who everybody is. I stole this from the Australian War Memorial webpage a couple of days ago because I thought it was pretty interesting. It was a real brief introduction to the unknown soldiers tomb at the Australian War Memorial. If you've never been out there, it's truly I can't describe it. It's awe-inspiring. If you have been out there, you know what I mean. It's crazy. This started off with a small piece by at the time, Prime Minister of Australia, Paul Keating. We do not know this Australian's name. Worst. We do not know this Australian's name and we never will. We do not know his rank or battalion. We do not know where he was born, nor precisely how he died. We will never know who this Australian was. He was one of 45,000 Australians who died on the Western Front. One of 60,000 Australians who died on foreign soil. One of 100,000 Australians who died in wars this century. He is all of them. And he is one of us. The powerful words of the eulogy delivered by the then Prime Minister Paul Keating on 11 November 1993 at the entombing of the unknown soldier. The story began earlier that month when the remains of the Australian soldier who died in the First World War were exhumed from a military cemetery in France. He was one of 23,000 Australians killed in the war to have no known grave. Except for their nationality, they could not be identified and were buried beneath headstones bearing the words, "An Australian soldier of the Great War known unto God." Placed in a simple Tasmanian blackwood coffin, the remains lay in state at Villas Bretonneux in France, at the Menin Gate, and at Ypres in Belgium. They were then returned to Australia, spending another 3 days lying in state at Old Parliament House in Canberra. Finally, on 11 November 1993, the 75th anniversary of the armistice, which ended fighting on the Western Front, the remains of the unknown Australian soldier were interred in the Hall of Memory at the Australian War Memorial. The tomb is located in the centre of an imposing structure set almost flush with the floor, surrounded by a sloping marble border and topped with a red marble cover. It bears a simple inscription, an unknown Australian soldier killed in the war of 1914 to 1918. In the words of Paul Keating in his eulogy, the unknown soldier honours the memory of all those men and women who have laid down their lives for Australia. His tomb is a reminder of what we have lost in war and what we have gained. The tomb of the unknown Australian soldier at the Australian War Memorial is a focus for contemplation and for the remembering of 100,000 Australians who died in war, and for those whose names appear in the nearby honour roll. So, I guess that just says a lot about war. It says a lot about what happened back in 1914 to 1918. We lost a lot of people that went off for adventure, didn't really know what they were getting into, but as a result, both Australia and New Zealand are pretty much what they are today because of those guys, so my hat's always off to them. Right now, I'd like to ask Graham and Giovanna if they would kindly come up here and lay a wreath on behalf of New Zealand and our Kiwi mates. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Thanks, guys. And if I can ask Adrian to lay a wreath on behalf of our Australia. And now, for his first time on stage, I'd like to introduce Christian, who's going to read the ode for us.
So Christian, first time on this group, so nice to meet everyone. I was Australian Army from 99 to 2003, to this sector. They shall not grow old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them.
Appreciate that. Just while we're here as well, I'd just like to remember the fact that while we're all Australians and Kiwis here, that we're also not at home. A lot of us now call America home, or at least home B. I'd like to just give thanks to our American mates that also fight alongside us and have done for well over 100 years. So thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Well, look, that's pretty much going to wrap it up. Once again, thank you all for coming. This is pretty cool. Thanks,
Yeah. I'm like, what? I was like, oh, you're